All right, welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, what picks are here from? Well, college football. Looks like there's 47 games on a Saturday. Also picks from here from Major League Baseball. Got another deciding game 5. Let's see if it goes as long as the one yesterday is. Well, you know, it's you get a Sloopy Deuce in Park, you get another 3-2 result. There you go. And of course, won't rub it in too much on the Detroit fans, but just when you handicap these games, just be aware of the ballpark, and it's not always a starter that's going to be around at the end. So something you always got to keep an eye on there. Also, we got the NHL. They no games yesterday, so they know what happens today, right? They load you up. So lots of action here for today's show. WNBA, we crowned a champion in Vegas. So Vegas title town again. They have titles in WNBA again. They have an NHL title there. So title town Vegas. San Diego, by his way, is still looking for their first title. Can you believe that? Poor guys shot a little poke there to Ramon there. San Diego, they're having a hard time trying to put a title up in that town. I call it non-title town. They're just joking around with it. But anyway, guys, lots of great stuff. Appreciate the contribution in the chat. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. And then, of course, let's meet the cappers and get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Let's say to Alessandro. Alessandro, what's happening?
Another bunch. Kept it light yesterday. Was setting up for this day today. A lot of action I got out today. South Florida got it done, and then Daniil Medvedev in tennis got it done. So 2-0, looking to move on to today. Like I said, a lot of plays, so let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Let's have with Javon. What's going on, Javon?
Hey, good morning, fellas. Yesterday was a decent day. We hit our MLB play of the day with the under. 15 innings. How about it, guys? Extra baseball. We can't be mad at it. We should have expected it there at T-Mobile Park. It is what it is. Let's keep it pushing. On to today, college football. It's a large slate. We also have, what else do we got going on today? Oh, a large NHL slate. I know you guys aren't too big in the NHL, but I am myself, so I'm excited about that. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it here, guys. We'll start with the playoff baseball game to start it off here. It is a decider, so let's give them the credit it deserves here. We're going to have actually, do we already have a game tomorrow, right? I got to double check the schedule of Seattle and Toronto. Are they going to play tomorrow? We'll talk about that. They are, right?
Seeing it out tomorrow.
Wow, no rest for the reary here. My goodness.
Mariners minus 160 tomorrow. Blue Jays minus 160. Wow.
Ooh,
I see Kevin Gausman to start for Toronto. Of course, Seattle's undecided. They got to figure out what they're going to do after yesterday. Yeah, no, and of course, Detroit loses it with Casey Mize and in the dugout. They don't bring in their guys. I mean, you got to bring it. You can't get Keter Montero can't go 2 innings in extra innings. That's nonsense.
You played 15 innings. Now you got to go to Toronto. You got to go through customs. Oh man, it's Toronto minus 1.5 game 1. Anyways, let's keep it pushing.
Yeah, that's right. Let's keep it pushing. We'll see what Seattle does here and with their pitching situation, because they did it right. They brought in Luis Castillo. They brought in starters to. You can't keep them on the bench. You got to bring in your best guys. You get that deep, and you get that deep in extra innings. You're now looking at your worst bullpen guy. You have a guy throwing down with, like, Detroit had a guy pitching 87 miles per hour fastball, and you know what's going to happen there. I mean, it was just nonsense. You have Casey Mize, Flattery. Those guys got to get in there. You got to put in Flattery and Casey Mize in that game. There's no doubt about that. All right, Cubs and Brewers. Oh, boy. Imanaga had to go for Chicago. This will be the shortest leash of any pitcher we'll see in the playoffs against, the Miz. They're going to throw the Miz here in this one. The Cubs will be dogs here. The line has moved up here on Milwaukee overnight because we're seeing numbers in the 20s now. We're seeing 38. We're seeing $1.44 on the Brewers, total 7.5. We start here with Alessandro.
I just can't trust Mizorowski here in a playoff spot like this. Big-time game eliminator here. And then, obviously, Imanaga, like we said, is probably going to have a short leash. I like runs in this game. This Milwaukee offense can put up plenty of runs. Obviously, Cubs were there, Peter Crow Armstrong, Kyle Tucker, all those boys can put up some runs. I'll take the over 7.5 in this game.
There we go from Alessandro. We move right on over to Javon.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I'm just going to roll with the ace and the home team, man. Give me the Brewers. I don't have really any stats to back this up. This isn't a premium. This is just a toss-up for me, man. Give me the ace and the home team with the Brewers.
There we go here from Javon. Tell you what I think about these games here. I'm going to go with the Brewers at home field. The Brewers are a good home team. They're 40-20 as home favorite of minus 110 or higher. Chicago hitting just $156 on the road in the playoffs. Milwaukee at home has been smashing. Imanaga, 2 playoff appearances, allowed 6 earned runs, 3 homers, and 6 2/3 innings. And that's kind of the deal with Imanaga. He always wears out at the end. He always wears out at the end of the year. And here we are. I couldn't believe that with all the strikeouts he gave out late in the year, that he's almost given up 2 home runs per 9 innings this year. When you look at his stats, it's incredible what's happened to Imanaga as we get late in the season. Milwaukee bullpen at home has been solid at home in this series, allowed 1 earned run in 10 2/3 innings. Hey, these are all from here on. These are all candidates for extra innings every game now, especially we get this deep, all these good pitchers. But to have a better plan at the end, if these games go 15 or 16 innings, guys, I don't know. You don't have that Detroit plan. That thing was horrible the way they managed that game like that. Having with Canley in there, an 87-mile-per-hour fastball loses it for you. Come on. Anyway, I'm going to look at Milwaukee in that one. All right, let's get. Hey, I got to give Ron Hahn credit coming in here, the Detroit guy. Hey, I told you, man. I told you this, right?
And I said the same thing. Leave him in there till his arm falls off. But whatever.
They were asking for it.
Yep. That's the whole best pitcher in baseball. And the sad part about it is, if you look at that Stan Kasten video he did an interview with CNBC. He went out and said, "We need 10. You need 10 starting pitchers now in baseball." Scooble's in his contract year next year. You got to wonder. New York Yankees, New York Mets. I wouldn't be surprised if they dealt him by the winter meetings.
If we're gonna bring a pitcher in like Scooble, can we move the fence back 20 feet? That's all I ask. I'm sick of having pitchers come in that are great pitchers. Then they get to Yankee Stadium and they start getting wrecked because our ballpark's a freaking bandbox. I mean, that's my only rant. Yep. Dodgers in that World Series out-hit us in our own ballpark. Maybe it's time to start playing small ball.
Yep. There you go. Solo, you're right on the money with the Tigers. he was since then.
Right on the money all season, right?
All season, man. All season on the money. All right, let's get to college football.
Overrated.
We're going to do it. There's 47 games. We use in college football. We do it in 4 blocks. College basketball, we also do 4 blocks on Saturday, and then we do 2 blocks during the week. But 4 blocks here. In the first block, we're just going to cover the games for the noon and the 12:45 game. So we'll stop at 1 Eastern. We won't do the 1 Eastern. So we'll just do 12 Eastern and the 12:45 games. In this block, we still have question marks in the USCF quarterback. I believe that's what we're looking at. The quarterback's still in question with Taven Jackson there. But Cincinnati going to be laying 11 at home, total 55. Let's see what we got here. Pitt, Florida State. Pitt with that freshman quarterback woke up last week, but Florida State's going to lay 10, total 57.5. Can UCLA do it again? This number's come down. I saw Ace last night, 8.5. Michigan State, 7.5, total 53. What else we have? We have the big one here, Alabama, Missouri here. Alabama still 3. I'm seeing a hook up there on some of these, 3.5, total 51. Ohio State, Illinois. Ohio State laying 2 touchdowns and a hook, total 52. And those are the games here of note from noon to 12:45 Eastern there. So we'll start here with Alessandro.
All right, this Ohio State-Illinois game. I know Illinois got dog walk there against Indiana, and that was bad. I think they get up for this spot. Plus 15.5 I'm seeing. I'll take the Illinois Fighting Illini here. At the end of the day, check down Charlie, as Julian saying. I don't think they're going to open up the offense too much with Ohio State. I think Illinois can at least hang around, so I'll take the plus 15.5. And then real quick, I'll just lay it with Alabama. This is Missouri's first real big test. I can't really count South Carolina as a big test for them. I think Bama just rolls up and names their score. I'll take minus 3.5 with Bama. I like Pitt as well, plus 10 with the new quarterback in there. He looked real efficient and mobile as well. And I just can't trust Tommy Castellanos. He's still big-headed, still talking like they're going to do something this year. I don't know, bro. You guys already have 2 losses, so wake up. But I'll take Pitt plus 10. UCLA, Michigan State, that's a stay-away, tough game for me. I don't know if UCLA could get it going again 2 weeks in a row. Now they're having to travel all the way out to Michigan. Lean Michigan State if I had to bet. Not in love with that game. And there's a couple more. A bunch of pluses that I like from some, small schools nobody's really wanting to back here. I'll just run through them. Louisiana Lafayette plus 18 I'll take. Charlotte plus 19 I'll take against Army. I think their defense will keep them around. And then actually like Akron here, plus 12.5 against Miami, Ohio. Now, Miami, Ohio actually does have DeQuan Finn in at quarterback now. He played last week. They did win. He just wasn't that effective. And if you go look at Ben Finley's numbers here, quarterback for Akron, not too bad, pretty efficient. I'll take the plus 12.5 at home. And I'll also take the plus 10 with Bowling Green at home. But there's a lot I like in this morning slot. And the last one here, the 9:45 game, Ole Miss, I think you lay it minus 33.5. I know it's Washington State, and they're 3-2, not too bad this year, but I think Ole Miss names their score with them. So that's all I got in that early slot.
Yeah, I think they're the one that went to. I think they're the one that fooled people taking the Texas thing, because they're not that. Washington State, Oregon State really dropped their program since they left the Pac-12. They kind of went the other way. On over, Javon.
Yeah, guys, I was looking, and I honestly don't like anything in this morning slot. I have a couple games here in the noon slot. If I had to, I would just take Michigan State, though. I think this is an overreaction from UCLA. I understand UCLA has the mobile quarterback, but I believe Michigan State's linebacking core, which is fast and strong and definitely underrated, can hold him down. And I think that's the only shot that UCLA has here. Give me Michigan State minus the points. That's really the only game I like here, to be honest. I'm not going to throw you guys a bunch of BS, man.
There you go from Javon. Tell you what I think here about these games. I agree there with Akron. They've covered 4 or 5 against the MAC, and Ben Finley does give them some respected quarterback and respected offense. They had that really horrible start where they couldn't score, but we're starting to see improvement now when these teams start to play in MAC conference play. DeQuan Finn was not efficient in his last game, barely completed half his passes there in his performance last week. So I'll look at Akron here at that plus price. I agree there with Alabama here. Alabama has played the tougher schedule, has wins at Georgia, blew out Wisconsin, and their passing numbers have been outstanding. 71% completion rate, 9.2 yards per pass attempt against a pretty good schedule. I got to go with them in this spot. Against these good passing teams at home, Missouri 0-2 to the spread the last two plus seasons, facing teams that throw for 310 yards per game. So I'll take them in that spot, Alabama there. Agree with Bowling Green. Toledo's offense and defense has really struggled on the road, getting really poor quarterback play away from home. And the Falcons' defense has performed well at home. I'll look at Bowling Green at that big plus price there. I'm going to take a Pitt here with that quarterback change. It really helped the Panthers' passing attack. FSU's pass defense is a concern here. Their past 2 losses against Virginia and Miami at home. Pitt defends the run well. I'll look at Pitt here at plus the 10.5 points. And what else do I have in this block? I think that's what I've got here at this block here as we move over to the other games here. Let's take a look. I think that's going to do it for me here. I don't really trust the I'm going to stay away from that Ohio State. I don't know what you're going to get from Illinois. I didn't like the way it looked at Indiana, but they look pretty good. Their defense really did not look good in that USC game, but I'm going to stay away from that one. Boy, Houston, Oklahoma State. This Oklahoma State team is just so bad. Legendary, I like that. Man. Oh, they're legendary bad there.
Legendary.
I like the over with SMU and Stanford. I think SMU, we saw what happened at Stanford when they played Virginia, right? Just play the up-tempo, throw it every down. SMU has a really good passing game, 72% completion rate, 9 yards per pass attempt. Stanford's defense has been really bad. They're giving up 315 yards passing per game, almost 8 yards per pass attempt. They are 5-1 the over the past 2+ seasons on the road against winning teams. I like the over there with Stanford and SMU. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we continue on with Block 2. In Block 2, we're going to cover the games from 1 Eastern all the way up until 4 Eastern. So 1 Eastern over to 4. Actually, we're going to go to 4 Eastern time. So Navy Temple will be the last one in this block. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry. We're going to go from 1 Eastern and stop at 3:40 Eastern. So we're not going to cover the 4 Eastern game. So 3:40 Eastern in this block. So in this block, we're going to have, let's see, what do we have? Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech about 14, total 55.5. Iowa State and Colorado. Iowa State on the road now 3, total 52. Nebraska, Maryland. Nebraska 6.5, 7 on the road, total 48. NC State, Notre Dame. We've got Notre Dame 24.5 now, total 59.5. Big one here in this block. Indiana, Oregon. Oregon 7, total 53.5. And another big one here, Oklahoma and Texas. We see here Texas 1.5, total 44.5. There, TCU, Kansas State. That'll be the last one in this block. TCU, Kansas State. TCU 2.5, total 55.5. We start with Alessandro.
I'll start with the big game here, Indiana, Oregon, a game I've been flipping back and forth on when it comes to picking a side, a funky spread, because I do think Indiana can hang around. They're a deep team with a bunch of upperclassmen that they got from the transfer portal. And Oregon's more of a younger team with a bunch of 5-stars as well. So it's an interesting matchup. Oregon hits the portal as well. Don't get me wrong. I like the over in this one. I'll just go 52.5. I'll take the over. I think we see plenty of offenses. Obviously, both teams have great defenses, but I think the offenses take over. So I'll take the over there, Indiana, Oregon. Oklahoma, Texas, another game tough to call. But then when you hear the news with Oklahoma and their quarterback, I lean Texas here. I'll take the -1.5 or -120 on the money line. Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech. I lean the points here with Virginia Tech. Kyron Drones hasn't been the greatest of quarterbacks this year, but I think they can hang around. Defense and special teams of Virginia Tech keeps them in this game. I'll take the +14. NC State, Notre Dame. That's a tough one. 24.5 I'll take with NC State. I think they keep it close at least. I am expecting some points in that one as well. Over 59.5. Iowa State, Colorado. I'm on Iowa State. It's almost auto bet just to fade Colorado. I know. Sorry about that, guys, but it's just truth right now.
Don't be sorry, man. It's all good.
Yeah, I wanted to back
money.
them this year. I wanted to back them this year, but yeah, they got a lot going on right now. So I'll take Iowa State. Penn State, are they gonna just come in and wipe the floor with Northwestern, bounce back at home? I like it. I'll take -21. There's a lot I like. This whole day, there's a lot I like. Over 30 plays probably I could put in. Not even kidding you. UNLV, I'll take. Lay it with them. I think they're on an undefeated season type run here.
Yeah.
Boise State will be maybe their only loss this year. I'm taking UNLV here -6.5. And I'll end it right there. That's it.
You know, they got the right coach that can politic to try to get in the playoffs in Mullen. So that also plays into factor there. And over Javon.
Yeah, really quick, man. If Penn State does not put B2A, there's like a thing called the do not bet list, and they're going to go right on the top of that for the rest of the season. That's just real fast. Next up, in this Oregon matchup, I love Oregon, man. They check all the boxes, right? They have a strong defense, a versatile rushing attack, and that offensive line is ridiculous, man. I love this quarterback in Dante Moore. I believe them playing at home field. I can't pronounce the name of this home field. Can you guys pronounce that?
Outson.
Okay, so it's not as hard as I wanted to make it. Okay, Outson. All right. This is a tough place to play, man. Maybe it's just because I'm a little bit older, but I remember the 2009 to 2014. In that era, this is one of the toughest stadiums to play in. And that's just from my memory. I'm not saying they're going back to those days, but I do believe Oregon is the best team in the country. I think they're going to drag Indiana. When it comes time for Ohio State, I think they're going to drag Ohio State. I like the Oregon Ducks this year to make the college football playoff as one of the top teams. I like them next year. I'm riding high on the Ducks for the next couple of years. They got a lot of good things coming in. Like you said, it's these young guys, a lot of 5-stars, a lot of big names. Yep. They're flashy, man. You look at their uniforms. I think they're the team to promote. You know what I mean? They're the team that everybody wants to see. Quack, quack, man. Quack, quack.
To put things in perspective, they're stealing recruits now out of the state of Alabama. They got a 5-star corner from Alabama. This kid was going to go play for the Crimson Tide and last second flip to Oregon. That's a telltale sign Dan Lanning's starting to make an impact on the recruiting trail.
Yeah, it's a fun team, man. You know, and you just talk about, you know, the home field, the colors, their uniforms. I think they have some of the best uniforms in the country, man. You know what I mean? And so you look good, you feel good, you play good, right? Quack, quack, man. I love them, man. I love them to shake them down. And like I said, I like them to shake down Ohio State when it comes time to it, man. So next up, I had Kansas State. I like Kansas State plus the 1.5. If you want to take the money line, I don't know if that line has moved, but I got it at a 1.5. Look, they aim to rebound after a close loss, right? I'm not a believer in this TCU team. I know they bounced back after that last loss, but it's the same thing every year for TCU, at least for the last couple of years, man. I'm just a non-believer in them, man. I think Kansas State's defense can contain the running game. I believe Avery Johnson, he can find consistency here. The Wildcats offense should secure a statement win here. So taking the 1.5 in my back pocket really is the play for me.
You can find 2.5 now on that one.
2.5.
Yeah.
I like Kansas State, man. It's just a spot play for me, man. I'm going to take Kansas State plus the 1.5 and sprinkle the money line.
Very tough play.
Those are the two plays that I like here at noon.
All right, there you go here from Javon. Tell you what I like here. I'm going to take Iowa State here against the Buffs. Colorado has 2 home losses this season, and Iowa State's getting better quarterback play. Just again, the quarterback play. I don't know what they saw from Salter. I really don't. I mean, at Liberty he wasn't much, and that's going to get up against Conference USA teams, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. The quarterback should be better there. I'll look at them in this spot. Buffs are giving up 4.5 yards a carry defensively, almost 8 yards per pass attempt. Cyclones defense is a little better, and so is the quarterback play. I'll look at Beck and Iowa State, already tested against good competition. Yeah, I agree here. I like Virginia Tech plus 14.5 or 14. Since the coaching change, they're starting to play a lot better. Their defense is playing well. Holding teams here in conference play to 2.5 yards a carry, 6.7 yards per pass attempt. They're rushing the football well against the ACC for 6 yards a carry. Georgia Tech defense is a concern here in conference play. Give up over 5 yards a carry on the ground. You got a running quarterback. I can only look here at taking the plus price there with Virginia Tech Hokies. And I didn't like Fry, the coach there for Virginia Tech, so I'm glad to see him out of there. Agreeing with K-State here, taking the 2. They remember TCU does have a loss at Arizona State. Kansas State at home in conference is really running the football well, getting accurate quarterback play. You now can look at just the conference numbers now. There's enough to go on here. Their defense has played well at home against the conference. Again, TCU's defensive numbers were bad at Arizona State, and it looks like what happens when you win that standalone game against North Carolina, that win doesn't look so good now, right? So you gotta look at that, no doubt. There, let's see, Northwestern and Penn State. What are you going to get there, right? after that beatdown. Although Northwestern has rushed the football well, and that defense looked terrible. That rush defense looked terrible against Penn State, but they did wake up in that second half, though. They doubled the score on UCLA in that second half. I'm going to take Maryland plus the points here against Nebraska. Laying points on the road with Nebraska doesn't sound to me like the right thing to do. This is the first true road game for Nebraska. Remember that game against Cincinnati was played in that Chiefs Stadium. That was a neutral site game. That was not a true road game. So this is Nebraska's first true road game. I don't like when you're playing a true road game this late in the season. Robbie is still an inexperienced quarterback. Nebraska 0-2 the spread on the road after a home win. Terrapins have defended well against the conference, allowing 2.3 yards per rush, almost just over 6 yards per pass attempt. I can only look at Maryland there, and I'll take the points with NC State. NC State has generated offense on the road here, almost 5 yards a carry, getting accurate play. They defended well. Notre Dame, again, that pass defense you always got to worry about. They're giving up 293 yards per game through the air, almost 8 yards per pass attempt. I can only look at NC State in that one. And what else do we have in this one? I think ODU. I like ODU and Marshall to go over the total. ODU is pounding teams, but a little too much that I want to lay on the road with them. But ODU is running for almost 7 yards a carry, getting efficient quarterback play. Marshall, a really good rushing team that's also getting accurate play at quarterback, but it's a defense where they're getting crushed here. They're giving 245 yards passing per game, 8 yards per pass attempt. So EDU should be able to get everything they want through the air. Marshall is 6-2 the over against conference at home. I like the over in that one between Marshall and ODU. And I'm going to look here at that Oklahoma, Texas, that quarterback situation. I'm just going to stay away from that one. That's another good one there on the schedule. All right, let's continue here on the Toy Morris Show. Continue on with college football. In this block, we're going to cover the game starting at 4 Eastern and include the 7:45. We'll stop at 8. So we won't cover the 8 Eastern in this block. So we'll cover the 4 Eastern all the way into the 7:45 Eastern game. Our last game in this block will be South Carolina and LSU. That'll be the last game in this block. We got some pretty juicy matchups here. Arkansas, Tennessee. Tennessee laying 10, total 68.5. Iowa, Wisconsin still have question marks about the quarterback there. Billy Edwards for questionable there. Doubtful now. He's doubtful for Wisconsin. We're seeing Iowa laying 3 on the road in that one. 36.5 is your total. Florida and Texas A&M. A&M favored 6.5 now, total 46.5. What else do we have here in this block? Kansas and Texas Tech. That's a big Fox game. Texas Tech 14, total 59.5. Michigan, USC. This one has USC 2.5, total 56.5. And what else? We have Georgia, Auburn, big one here. Georgia 4 on the road, total 46.5. And the last game in this block, South Carolina, LSU 9. There's some 8.5. There's some 9.5s out there. Total sits here low, 44.5. Wow, an LSU game, 44.5. Things have changed. All right, we start here with Alessandro.
That first game here, Arkansas, Tennessee, total at 67.5. Might seem crazy, but I'm going to actually take the over. I mean, we just saw a total like this go over last night there with USF. I think this game can go over. Very similar score. Arkansas can put it up with this quarterback that they got, and then obviously Aguilar and Tennessee can put it up. So I'll take over 67.5 in that game. UAB, FAU. We're going to go to FAU here, minus 4.5 at home. Just can't trust Jalen Kitna and whatever UAB has to offer. So I'll take FAU at home. I don't know if Florida can do it 2 weeks in a row. Huge win. I mean, they're probably still riding high off beating Arch Manning like that. I don't know. I lean Texas A&M. Just at home of the 12th man, one of the loudest places in all of college football. And I like the quarterback as well, Reed. He's impossible to tackle back there and fishing through the air. I think they forced Lagway into some mistakes. A&M has out-recruited us the last decade or so. So I would lean A&M. Iowa, Wisconsin, I like Iowa minus 3.5. I think they get that done easily. The Rutgers game, they showed some offense. This quarterback, Gronkowski, he's pretty good and mobile as well and efficient through the air. I'll take the Iowa Hawkeyes here, minus 3.5. Texas Tech, Kansas is that's an overfest to me. Jalen Daniels there from Kansas, they can put up 30, 40 points easy. And then we know what this Texas Tech offense can do as well. Texas Tech does have a top 10 defense in the nation this year. I see too many points in this one still. 59.5 seems light. And then Georgia, real quick, I'll be quick with this one. Georgia, Auburn, I like the under in this one. I think it's just your classic SEC slobber knocker. I don't like either quarterback, Gunnar Stockton or Jackson Arnold. Not in love with either one. It's way too much talent on the defenses from both sides. You got NFL players all scattered throughout both of these defenses. I'll take under 46. And then Michigan and USC, I think this is a Michigan. I think the wrong team's favored. I think Michigan should be favored. They're going to control the ball, control the time of possession, run the ball with Justice Haynes. And we're unsure here about USC's quarterback, right? Maeva might not be in.
That's a good question. Let's see what we have here in the.
That was UCF. I'm tripping.
That's UCF.
Yeah. USF, or you get me. USC's quarterback should be in Maeva.
Yeah, he'll be in. Yeah, he's in there.
I'm not in love with Maeva, anyways. I don't know. We saw what he did at UNLV, and yes, he's gotten off to a great start. But look at who USC's played. The Michigan State game was really their toughest. Oh, the Illinois game as well. But I don't really trust USC here in this spot, or Lincoln Riley. There was a stat here. Teams with over 285 yards per game, or that give up under 285 yards per game, which is what Michigan does, their defense. Lincoln Riley is 0-6 against the spread against teams that give up under 280 yards a game. So that was a big stat that I saw that makes me lean Michigan. And then Clemson will lay it. Bounce back spot. Boston College trash. And have a hard time getting to the window on the LSU game. Total looks kind of low to me.
Yeah, I was going to say with the Heisman Trophy candidate quarterback and Lenore Sellers who can run. I was like surprised. I saw that.
I guess they're thinking the defense from South Carolina, they got some guys that can get after the quarterback. Yeah. And obviously LSU's known for defense just historically, but I don't know. I see over 43 in that.
There we go from Alessandro. Remember the Arkansas coach has they've got a new coach in Arkansas. They got rid of him. And
that's why I think a ton of points. They're just going to let loose. Who cares? Varsity Blues it.
Jay, I got the substitute teacher in charge now in Arkansas there because they don't give interim coaches the job there. They go out there and recruit a coach in Arkansas. So all of those coaches on this staff probably will get released at the end of the season. On over Javon.
In this slate, I love Texas Tech here to put B to A. They're ranking top 10 nationally in both offense and defense.
Yep.
This defensive line is boasting players like David Bailey and Jacob Rodriguez, excuse me. These guys are NFL bound, man. Um, Listen, man, you have a blackout crowd expected tonight. Kansas, let's just put it like this, man. Kansas has a weak run game, right? They're inconsistent on defense. I was going to say a lot worse, but we're just going to put it like that. Texas Tech has the clear matchup here. We're going to roll Texas Tech minus the points. We're going to even extend it to dig plus money. I don't know what that number is, but just go ahead and reach for it. And then I put out a short here for the Florida Atlantic UAB. So go ahead and check that out. Tony's picks right after this, right out here on YouTube. Go check that short out. Some good advice there on what side to pick for that one. And those are the only two games that I like here, man. I'm keeping it short here. You know, I'm not going to come on here and toss out a bunch of BS if I don't like it. I'm not going to steer you guys in the wrong direction. These two gentlemen right here have a lot of insight. So go ahead and listen to the free game and keep it pushing, man.
All right, there you go. There from Javon. Tell me what I think about these games here. I like the over in USC and Michigan. Its pass defense for USC is bad. I just don't want to. I just think we're going to see some points scored, and of course USC can put it up. Look at Trojan. Their past two Big Ten games allowed 34 and 32 points. Michigan's running for 7 yards a carry in the conference. On defense in the Big Ten, give 69% completion rate. But USC has put up good offensive numbers. Hey, look, USC past 2+ seasons, 12-4 the over at home. I like that one going over. I agree with Javon. I look for this Texas. I'm not going up against Texas Tech's offense anymore. I learned my lesson in that Houston game. They're just on another level here. When you look at the Texas Tech 2 road games in conference, they pounded Houston by 24 and Utah by 24. I'm going to have to look. And we look at Kansas. Losses came at home to Cincinnati. Then they lose to Missouri by 11. Kansas on the road isn't running the ball very well. Poor defensive play. Give it over 5 yards a carry. 68% completion rate. That's bad there for Kansas. I just like the Red Raiders here, almost over 8.5 yards per pass attempt. Good defense against the Big 12. I'll take them in that spot. Boy, yeah. I got to take Rice plus. This UTSA team has really went the other way, man. They lost to Temple. They lost to Temple last week. This team is, we see it sometimes with these mid-major teams when they lose coaches, like Coastal Carolina. There were some other teams up there that come to mind. That when they lose their coach, they just go the other way. Liberty's another one, right? Where they just the program sinks when they lose coaches. Looks to me this UTSA team is just going in the wrong direction here. Rice was competitive in a recent loss, a road game at Navy. They didn't win at Charlotte, but UTSA has failed to cover in their past 3 games against FBS schools. And the Owls have defended the run and pass well. UTSA is really struggling with their quarterback play, and pass defense is the problem there. So I'll take the Owls in that one. And Georgia Auburn, I like Georgia's side here. They do have a road win at Tennessee. Auburn in the SEC is rushing for just 2 yards a carry and poor in the passing game in conference play this year. Georgia's produced pretty good offensive numbers in conference. Again, efficient quarterback play. I'll take them in that spot. I can only look at taking the points with South Carolina here against LSU. LSU's been held to 23 points or fewer in their 4 games against FBS competition. They have a Heisman Trophy candidate. That's all they're doing. Only 7 yards per pass attempt. Has not been good. Gamecocks have held teams at 19 points per game. They've been accurate. They have an experienced quarterback, Lenore Sells. This is his game where he's got to really show the NFL scouts out there, right? This is the competition where NFL GMs have said, we only look at the tape when they play top-tier competition. So this is one of those GM tape games where the GM will be looking at this tape. So I think Norris has to bring his best out here in this one. All right, let's continue here on the 26 More Show. We'll close out the games here. In this block, we're taking 8 Eastern all the way to the Hawaii game at midnight Eastern. So 8 Eastern all the way to the Hawaii game at midnight Eastern. We start with Alessandro.
All right, this first one here, BYU, Arizona. I like BYU here as a favorite now, -2.5. At the end of the day, they have a top 25 pass defense, and you go look at their secondary, a bunch of guys 6'2", 6'3". BYU's not scared to spend some money as well. They have pretty good funded program. You look at what this college is doing now. Especially in basketball, too. They're starting to buy some of these athletes, and I think BYU's a little bit for real here, 5-0, 18th ranked. I think they take out Arizona. Arizona likes to air it out, and I just think this BYU secondary makes them pay for that. Not a lot, actually, I like in this last slot. I do like Utah, especially now with the news that Jeff Sims will be the quarterback here for Arizona State. Wasn't in love with Sims and what he did there at Nebraska. I could get behind Utah here, -9.5 at home. I think the defense shows up and gets them this win. I like the quarterback for Utah as well. He's been efficient and able to run, so I like Utah -9. And Hawaii and Utah State. I had Utah State here at -115. This thing's starting to go up a little bit Utah State's way. I like Utah State on the road against Hawaii. I like Hawaii. Hawaii's, a good up-and-coming young program with a freshman quarterback that I think has a lot of promise. I just don't like them in this spot against Utah State. I think Utah State will be too much. I'll take the -2.5 with Utah State.
Yep, Levitt out in this game undisclosed. So quarterback change there for, as Alessandro said, for Arizona State. And it looks like the quarterback for Utah. Yeah, looks like the quarterback for Utah State has been upgraded to probable there. Barnes, probable now. Undisclosed. They don't tell you the issues there. And it looks like Carter Jones, a quarterback here for Nevada, has been also expected to start there. So those are some of your quarterback updates and those other games on over Joanne.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pair up with Dro, man. I love Utah here. They opened up at -5.5 with obvious reasons, jumped up to -9.5. I think it was ugly at -5.5. I think you can just pick a number and lay it here. Don't get too crazy. Pick a number in between 9 and 21 and lay it. I think it's gonna get ugly, man. Listen, Utah has the top rushing attack in the Big 12. They lead the Big 12. The Utes also excel on third down, right? They're converting at a 61.1 conversion rate. ASU struggles in those situations, man. ASU, there's not much good I can say about ASU right now. Utah's a tough place to play. I love picking on these home teams where it's a tough environment, man. Utah's another one. It's that red crowd. It's that red stadium. Good luck, man. Good luck. Utah gets it done in the trenches. They've been getting it done in the trenches for years to come too, and they're an ugly team to play. So I just don't see any path for ASU here. And in that last game, Hawaii, I love staying up late till midnight, man, watching these damn Hawaii games. So I'm just gonna take the underdog, and I hope that I wake up to some dough, man. That's other than that, there's really nothing to it. So let's see what Tony T has to say, man.
All right. Tell you what I think about these games here. Yeah, I like BYU as well. I know it was a road game, but Arizona's game on the road against this physical Iowa State game, that was really bad. And I just feel we may see this Cougars team just beat up Arizona's in the trenches here. So I'll look at this BYU team. Arizona's been one-dimensional, just passing the football, can't run the football. So I like this BYU Cougar to get it done here. I'll take them on the road. They'll have a lot of fans traveling from BYU over to Arizona for this one. Their fans travel there. What else do we have? I like Troy plus the points. Troy is one of those good that actually is now 7.5. I don't know if you can find the 8s anymore, but Troy's covered both their road games. They have a win at Buffalo, 11-point loss at Clemson. Texas State has played a weak schedule at home, so their numbers have been inflated. But the Trojans on the road, they stopped the run, they contained the pass, they've been efficient in the passing game overall. 6-2, they're spreading the road in conference. I'll take Troy plus the points there. God, I want to take the Lobos plus 16.5 here. Out of that game, the recent loss to San Jose State has me scared there. But again, they're throwing the football effectively. I'll take them plus the points against Boise State. Boise State has defended poorly in the Mountain West, given 5 yards per rush, 12 yards per pass attempt. Lobos been past 2+ seasons. They cover in this on the road and getting these points. So I'll take them in this spot. What else we have here? Yeah, I can only look at Utah against the Arizona State quarterback change there. Sun Devils passing game has really struggled with accuracy and efficiency on the road. And their pass defense has been a struggle away from home. The Utes are running the football 5 yards a carry, 71% completions at home. They got that running quarterback in Dampier. After the bye, the past 2 byes are 2-0 at home on a bye week. I'll take them in that spot there. And I'll take Utah State. They've covered every game. The coaching change at Bronco Mendenhall. The Warriors have a home loss to Fresno State this year. The Aggies have covered all 5. Warriors, again, the quarterback accuracy and efficiency, I should say, has me a little concerned here to take Hawaii. Utah State's running for 5 yards to carry. Good quarterback play, averaging 8.5 yards per pass attempt. I can only look at Utah State in this one. All right, let's continue here on.
Really fast, guys. So for all my NCAA college football players, right, you guys know when you're playing against a home team, you're the away team, and the controller's just shaking from the crowd, right? It's usually like, stadiums like we talked about, Oregon, whatever, just the ruckus crowds. Well, Boise State used to be one of those, man. That blue field used to scare teams, and I don't know what the hell happened, but nobody's scared of them anymore. This is another team that I'm focusing on today. I like Boise State, unlike Tony T, just for those reasons alone, man. This blue turf used to scare folks away. I'm looking for that crowd to come back. I'm looking for that environment to come back. Hopefully we see it. These are things that are good for college football. But I don't know if you guys remember that time, but yeah, there used to be a time where not even the best of the best wanted to go into Boise State. That was a tough place to go.
Yeah, nowhere to go in there. In fact, when it was good is when they had the good defense. The defense, the front four and the linebackers who would get clear shots at full speed on running backs and quarterbacks.
They'll be ready to play. They'll be ready to play against UNLV. Trust me, that's gonna be a tight one.
That's the game everyone's circling. That's the game everyone's circling. All right, we move on over to NHL. We'll do it in 2 blocks. We've got an early game here with the Kings and Jets at 1:30 Eastern. So in the first block, we're going to cover the 1:30 p.m. and we'll stop. The last one will be the 7 Eastern. So the 1:30 all the way to 7 Eastern. So we have a lot of big schedule in NHL. So we'll break it in 2 blocks here, starting with the Kings and Jets. The last one in this block will be the 7 Eastern games, which we have a lot of. So we'll start it off here with Alessandro.
Oh boy, not a lot of hockey for me today. One that stuck out to me was a favorite, the Rangers against the Penguins. Penguins off to a 2-0 start. I just can't really trust them here. The Penguins, I'm going off last year. Penguins were nothing really to write home about here. Sidney Crosby's only getting older and older. I could go with the Rangers here, minus 140 on the road. To looking for a dog. That's what I was looking for, but I'm just not in love with hockey, honestly. Like I was trying to go with the Flyers. I could see Hurricanes 1.5, minus 1.5 here. Carolina's impossible to beat at home. I already took a shot trying to fade them at home there with the Devils to open up. That was a revenge spot for the Devils, and Hurricanes took care of business there, 6-3. That Flyers-Hurricanes game, if I was to bet on it, I'm leaning the Hurricanes there, minus 1.5. Yeah, 2 favorites, guys. Sorry.
2 favorites here in that first block. We move on over to Javon.
Yeah, don't be sorry about giving out favorites in NHL, right, man. It's these lines, man. We're stuck with these lines, and trying to chase puck lines is not the thing to do in NHL. You just don't want to do it, man. You'll end up assed out. So in this first slate, I like the Bruins against the Sabres. If you ask around, I guess the main point for the Bruins is a rebuild year, right? Everybody wants to call this a rebuild year. Well, Pasternak is playing out of his mind right now, and I think this line is baiting you into taking the Sabres. I think everybody's looking for the Bruins to go ahead and drop their first game. They're saying there's no way they go to 3-0, 4-0, whatever you want to call it. I'm going the other way. Bruins money line, man, just for that reason. Lightning and Devils. Lightning lost their home opener. They're getting ready to go on a 4-game road trip. There's no way they lose this before going on this road trip this early. That's the last thing you want to do is hit a road trip, starting out 0-2, dropping your first 2 home games against this crap Devils team, man. I would lay the puck in a half. This line opened up, I believe, at minus 140, 142, actually 135. Yeah, so 135, which is a B2A line. It jumped up to minus 142, another B2A line, and it just keeps growing. They're trying to run. They can't run fast enough. Minus 1.5 on the Lightning. And those are the only 2 I like in this first slate, guys.
There you go from Javon. Yeah, Solo's still looking for some skates. Still no skates from our man Solo. We got to get a GoFundMe for him. All right, let's close it out with hockey. The hockey in this block, we're going to cover the games from 8 Eastern all the way to the 10 Eastern. We got 3 games late night tonight. If you want to call 9 late night, or then we'll call it 4 then. So late night games here from the Mammoth. From the 8 Eastern all the way to the 10 Eastern. We start with Alessandro.
I actually will go to the Mammoth here to get their first win of the season against the Predators. Wow. Minus 125 on the road. I'll take it. It's not the greatest thing, but yeah, I'll take the Mammoth here.
Just a note, Utah, the Mammoth are not an expansion team. They were last year's
Arizona they're the Utah Hockey Club.
Utah Club, yeah.
Right. Used to be the Arizona Coyotes. Yeah.
Yep.
But I lean Avalanche. I know I'm giving out favorites a lot here. I know, but I lean Avalanche against the Stars. At the end of the day, I just think the Avalanche are the better team at home, minus 145. I'll take it. And then I don't mind fading the Golden Knights tonight at home, on the road against the Kraken. I just take the plus money there with the Kraken. I can't trust this Golden Knights team. Yeah, it's just not the same team from a couple years ago. Obviously, I mean, they've let go of like half the team from the championship run, and I don't know, the ones that are still there are getting older. So I'll take the Kraken plus 145 at home.
Kraken there from Alessandro. All right, we move on over to Javon in the last spot from hockey.
Yeah, man. Once again, don't be sorry. It is what it is. I'm right there with you with the Avalanche. They are the better team. There's not enough data this early in the season, right? So we're just kind of going off what we've seen so far. So far, Brent Burns and that other addition, I can't remember who it is. Brock Nelson and Brent Burns, man. The additions for Avalanche. I'm telling you, it's what the doctor ordered, man. That team is nasty right now. And Scott Wedgwood, I don't know what the hell he ate over the offseason, but he's playing out of his mind right now. So I'm not going against the Avalanche at home in elevation. I think that line is telling you everything you need to know, man. And then Ducks Sharks. We just saw this game earlier in the month, and I know it was a preseason game, but same old Sharks, same old shit. I'm staying away from them. Give me the Ducks minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. I don't care. The Sharks are butt.
I think the Ducks own the Sharks, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was an angle I looked at last year. They own them.
Yeah, no, and I'm sorry. I don't know if I said that right, but the Sharks are, I'm not, stay away from the Sharks and give me the Ducks. Is that what I told you guys?
Oh, that's what you said. Yeah. No, but I was just saying,
okay.
I was just saying, just from my recollection, about the only team Anaheim has success against is the Sharks. I think
so you add that in there, man.
Head-to-head history. Let me look at this one because I remember covering this on one of my shows because I'm not really a hockey guy, but one thing that got my attention was how dominant Anaheim was. Yeah, look at this. Since 2022, Anaheim 12-3 against the Sharks.
Oh yeah, there you go. Units. There you go. Yeah, add it to the fire.
You're getting
man.
What, minus 120 with the Ducks?
And like I said, I know it was a preseason game, but the Sharks had their best goalie in for that game, and forget about it, man. Forget about it. Give me the Ducks. So there you go, man. NHL, I gave out 4 or 5 plays. I think they're all solid, man. You can do what you want with them. Parlay them up if you want, man. Try to reach for the stars because I know the lines are crazy. Have a little fun.
Oh. Yeah, Ducks won all 3 road games in San Jose last year. So they pretty much own. The only team they own is the Sharks. They can't beat anybody else. But that was one thing that stood out to me looking at somehow, some way. I was looking at a Duck game last year. I don't know why when they played the Sharks, and that was maybe Rod put me on that angle. Is that the Sharks can't beat a Duck. What's wrong with these Sharks? They're toothless. All right. We got you through the hockey. Now it's time for we got through everything. WNBA, we say goodnight to that season. Let's see how much drama we have. We're going to have a lot of drama in the offseason, right? We have that whole right, where they got the labor agreement. They're going to work on that. So there'll be some drama in that league.
Well, in the morning here, we have it's an interesting matchup here in women's tennis. And Dro, I know you like to give out tennis plays. So we got Pegula and Goff. Which way are we going? Just quick for the people. I know there's a couple tennis people.
You talking about
there.
Coco Goff?
Coco, yes, Coco.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, guys, I didn't look into tennis. I cashed yesterday on Daniil Medvedev, and now I'm out. I don't care about tennis today.
That's okay.
College football to worry about. Just what's the line on this? I haven't even. What's the line?
It's I don't see the line, honestly. I just saw the matchup. I know it's a good matchup, and I know there's some tennis people out there.
I don't want to ruffle feathers here. I just think...
and I didn't know if you had anything. I personally don't. So I hear you give out tennis plays every once in a while.
Yeah, no. See, if Coco Gauff is plus money, I'll take Coco Gauff, but I doubt she'll be plus money in there. I'll find a line. So since you mentioned it, give me a second.
I think regardless of the line, I like Coco Gauff. I know Pegula was brought here off of bread, off of her daddy and her mama's money. You know what I mean? She was spoon fed this. Coco Gauff, had to work for this. So I'm gonna take Gauff, man. It is what it is.
There's no money in minor league tennis. I mean, watch the YouTube video. These guys are so starving.
I'm sorry, I can't find it.
They're starving. Yeah, I mean, you watch the YouTube videos of these minor league tennis people that are trying to work their way into the pro leagues, into the big leagues. They have to pay for everything. Not too many people have sponsors in those lower leagues.
No. You got to have some money, man.
Yeah,
mama and daddy's money.
I like to fade Coco Gauff in a big spot. I'll just leave it at that. So yeah.
All right.
No, thank you, man. I just had to ask.
If we see her against Sabalenka, I'll take Sabalenka all day. Put it that way.
Right.
But no, yeah. Anyways, for a parlay today, I got to go to the UFC. We haven't even talked about that.
Well, one thing before we hit the parlays here, I just want to remind you guys,
Oh.
Ron Crawford, 2-3 zone comes back for the NBA. So a week from Tuesday, I believe, is when the NBA starts, right? There are some NBA preseason. I don't cover it. If you want the NBA preseason, the overnight guys, DeAndre Stevens is all over the WNBA.
Yeah, they love it, man. Follow him.
They love the NBA's preseason. So now it's time for the parlay segment. We start with Alessandro.
So I'm going to go just UFC to give out parlays here. Stuart Nickel at -105, and then Clayton Carpenter at +105. You get +300 on that two-teamer. Stuart Nickel, Clayton Carpenter. I like that a lot. And then if you want to go favorites, I like Montel Jackson. And the first fight of the night, Luan Lacerda. A two-teamer of that, -300, -360. You get -150. So it's not bad. You're buying that down. So those are a couple UFC parlays I like for today, guys.
There we go from Alessandro. Move on over to Javon.
Yeah, we're going to parlay Colorado Avalanche on the money line, Kansas State on the money line, Texas Tech minus the points, Utah minus the points. Parlay that up. We're chasing some generational wealth real quick.
There we go from Javon. Tell you what I like in the parlay. Give me Alabama with the over in Stanford and SMU, and I like Troy plus the points. All right, we got you through our parlay purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Head into a big weekend of action with college football, Major League Baseball playoffs. They're going to play tomorrow. I guess the ALCS starts tomorrow, so right off the bat, we're going to have baseball. Of course, a lot going on in the hockey world as well. Guys, when you click the link in the description, that'll take you right over to our page at Tony'sPicks.com with their best bets and more. Check it out over at Tony's Picks. So we'll see what Alessandro has for sale for today over at Tony's Picks.
So I have a 5-pack of college football, basically the big time marquee games. I picked a side there for you guys and put that in a 5-pack. Starting to get a little bit hot here in college football, picking it back up. And then I do have a couple UFC bets in for you guys. So it's just basically fights in football today. But yeah, ready to make some money. Use that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Pair me and Giovanna, me and Tony up. The rest of the crew you see from the morning shows. Solo was in the chat this morning. Any of us up, pair us up. And then use that 15% discount code at checkout. Use the code TonyT, and you'll get that 15% off. But best of luck to everybody. Let's make today a winning day.
That's right. We're going to winning day with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. Best bets from the UFC up there, as well as a 5-pack from Alessandro here in college football. Ready to roll with college football. Really good past 7 days in college football for Alessandro. So get on board. Use that promo code TonyT. Save that 15% off. And just a reminder, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit. Amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Get on board with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's see what Javon's got going on over at the site for today. So, Javon, what do you got for sale today?
Yeah, we're locked and loaded for the weekend, man. Today I have the college football 5-pack. And I'm looking at 6 more plays right now. So right after this show, I'm going to load 6 more plays throughout the weekend. That's a combination of MLB, NHL. I believe I have one more NFL and then like a college football play. So I'm all over the place, man. I got a lot of plays. I'm building confidence here. You know, a lot of it was just nervousness, shakiness. We're past all that. It's like you've already won 15 times and you've already lost so many times. What the hell are you nervous about, man? Let's get this dough. Let's get back to the system. Let's get back to the things that brought us here. And that's why we're here, man. So let's get to this dough. Use Tony T promo code. Check out 15, save 15% rather. And yeah, pair me up with one of these guys and let's get hot, man. Let's get busy.
Let's get busy with Javon over at Tony's Picks. A lot of best bets on the board. 1-day packs, 3-packs up there, NFL and more. I would recommend guys getting that 3-day pass instead of buying all the plays individually. Using that promo code that knocks off 15% out, so that knocks it down to $84 for you when you get that 3-day pass from Javon. All of his premium plays from all the sports and handicaps. So get on board. Use the promo code TonyT to save that 15% off. Match Javon with me up in a 2-for-1 cap promotion or with Alessandro. 2-for-1 cap promotion. Get on board with Javon over at Tony's Picks. All right, I got a best bet on the board for college football as well as Major League Baseball. 3-pack from college football for me today. 5 premiums on the board, so get on board with me. And, of course, match me up with your favorite capper here on the 2-for-1 capper promotion. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, guys, we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It is the Tony's Picks Morning Show. hit that like, hit that subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. We have a very good YouTube channel with lots of great content on there. So I would tell you guys to get over there and check it out there. You land on our homepage. We have it all sorted out for you here with the compilation videos. WNBA, we close it out. But the NBA 2-3 zone will come back when the season begins. I think it's a week from Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. My compilation video's up there. Chris's home run hit list. It's the wrong thumbnail, but hit it right there. We got the wrong thumbnail up for it. But anyway, it is the game, though. It is the game, Chicago and the Brewers. But so the hit list is up here from Chris, so check that one out. Of course, we do have our free NFL and college football playlist for you guys, so you can scroll through all the videos here if you want to check the playlist out. They're up there. Baseball playlist as well. NFL playlist up there is for you as well. NHL, Ramon's got you covered on the NHL. We got Ramon and Rod doing NHL. Rod not today. I think he's traveling. And Ramon is in here. We'll cover it every day for you guys. We just clipped the Night Move show and have it up there. Mills this week with the fight picks from UFC. So check out Mills. He's ready to roll here for UFC 320. That's rolling up there. CFL we got from Ramon today from the CFL is up there for you right now. We got that pick up there. Shorts. We got the shorts today. Javon on the short side. Javon's getting quite popular there in the shorts there. Good news yesterday. 2K. Riddler 3K. So we get some, check out our shorts. People checking out the shorts, guys. So check it out there on the channel. So lots of great content for you. So check us out on the YouTube there. We'll see. Of course, Alessandro, we know you covered the fights, but you cover a lot more here on Tony's Picks here on the shows. We catch you here in the mornings, and sometimes you show up in the happy hour.
Yes, no, you can catch me on the happy hour of the morning show here. I do put out some fight videos as well. Go check out Mill's video for this week. There's no video out from me. We'll have a video out probably for the pay-per-view. We got a fight night again next week, and I'm not in love with that card either. But then we got a big-time pay-per-view, UFC 321 here with Aspinall. So looking forward to that. You were going to say something?
No, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
No,
that's my bad. No, that's my bad.
But no, yeah, just check out what we got on the YouTube channel. Tons of videos. You got Ramon now there with the night moves, of course. So yeah,
that's
just
right.
A lot on the channel.
Thanks for reminding me. I didn't cover the live shows. Yeah, guys, a lot of live shows on our channel. Night moves there with Ramon and DeAndre. Late night activity there.
After the club, or for those of you on the East, you can get up in the morning and check out the night moves there. Ramon and DeAndre have you covered here on Night Moves, covering the entire. It's a full block of games. They go through the entire rundown on the game. So check it out. If you want to watch an archive of our live show, just check it out here on the live show here. And of course, our happy hour during the week. So we got a lot of great live content for you. 3 live shows and 2 live on the weekend. Our morning show and the Night Moves. DeAndre and Ramon there, game by game breakdowns. 2:30 a.m. Eastern time. It's still early enough in the night for you guys out in the West. And of course, you guys waking up on the Eastern time zone and Central time zone, you got something to watch with a complete game rundown that's actionable with Night Move. So check that out up there as well. I know Ron covers KBO. KBO is listed at 8 Eastern. It's usually our first video we put up. So 8 Eastern time, look for that KBO video as well over on the Tony Fix YouTube channel. All right. We talked a bit here with Alessandro with his content. Then, of course, we catch him some of the show. I think it was on the happy hour yesterday. So you'll catch a lot of the morning guys. You'll see them pop in the happy hour as well. So check that show out. Of course, Javon, we're putting together you're putting together a short series. I know you're thinking about a 3-pack for the NBA when the NBA starts in about 10 days or so. But you got the shorts covered up there. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. I know that the guys have the 2-3 zone, so maybe I can try to join those guys some days and give my opinion. If not, like I said, we'll just build a short series, man, and we'll come up with something, man. We're in the works, man. It's gonna be a good one because I love NBA. You know, I cover every game every day. I have insights on every game. I used to play basketball, and so it's just one of those things where it's just, you know, I love it, man. Everything about it, the drama, the ins and the outs. And so I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. And one thing about that Night Moves, I will say, I encourage you guys to go check them out, man. DeAndre, he's a winner, man. And he's giving out plays that we won't give out here on the morning show. He's giving out preseason NBA plays and he's winning, man. So go check those guys out on the Night Moves. You can get some free game. And it's always good around the clock, man. If you want to be serious in this business, I would suggest soaking up all the free game you can around the clock, man. Yeah, man, go check those guys out. They got a lot of good information for you.
Yeah, so Ron says, Joe, send Ron an email, get you on the list, on the invite list for the 2-3 zone.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, we do. So we'll get you on there as well. And of course, keep that short series coming because you're getting a lot of views on that short series. So
yeah, man, I didn't know it was that popular. I would have did my hair a little bit of something.
Yeah.
Man. No, it's all good.
Yeah, you
The short's
savages need to
coming.
be nice, man. Be nice to Javon now.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, we're gonna,
Jesus.
they're giving the tough guys.
No,
the
it's
newer
all
guys.
it's all good. I like to talk, man.
I could
If I
make
had more
reasons-
time, I would talk back, but I ain't got time
I
for
could
that
make
shit,
reasons
so.
why North Texas still wasn't that bad of a play. And, at halftime, I was sweating. Like I said, it was 21-21. I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, Mean Green did me nasty, man. Yeah, it was new day.
New day, exactly.
You gotta listen, man. I had a rough week, so you know how it is. You just got to bounce it back. That's how it is. That's the thing. It's all about the mindset. It's about the mindset.
Well, this is longevity, right? You're not going to get rich quick. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. This is longevity, man. And can you bounce back? Are you going to be here in a couple months, man? Are you going to continue to produce these winners? Can you show up and can you show out, man? So let's see.
Yep. We're here. Win or lose, we're here. That's what people like to see. Mitch would say, I'm here. And I had a worst day of my life, but I'm here. So that's what the people want.
Oh, man, my guy.
Yep.
I love it.
Fun with Mitch. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. USF we're getting over that USF game. I got to get over that Rutgers game. That was the one that burned me yesterday. But there we go. All right. That is going to do it for the Tony S'more Show. Back tomorrow with the NFL rundown. I didn't even look at the NHL schedule. I don't know if we're going to have some back-to-back spots tomorrow. We'll see how that rolls. But we'll have a baseball game. We know that. Boy, that's fast. No rest for the ALCS. The Dodgers got a nice break. I got to.
They don't want to see my Mariners make it. They don't want to see it. It's all good.
Just get right out there. Just get back out there and play on Sunday. I mean, that is like crazy.
That's all.
And they got to make the flight to Toronto. They're probably in the air right now as we speak. There. And we're still undecided with Seattle. Looks like Gausman will get the start for Toronto tomorrow in game 1 of that 7-game series there. But there's no extra day off. I know Dodgers and whoever they play are going to play Monday, and they will play Tuesday. So there's no day off in game 2 like they had last time. So that's looking ahead here. And what the LA will do is they open up the NLCS either at home or on the road. We'll see how it is. There were a lot of empty seats at Dodger Stadium the other night. I was surprised. I was looking for a ticket, but I got sidetracked with other stuff. But I didn't want
to wait until that home game for the Mariners, though. That's going to be ridiculous. You're going to see all the stars come out: Ichiro, Ken Griffey Jr. It's going to be a good one. I can't wait for that. I wish I could be there, man. I'm a little too busy, but I wish I could be there. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one there. Mariners. It's a good atmosphere there in Seattle. They were really rocking that place. And again, we'll see if Toronto can get some runs in that building. We'll see if the Dodgers did when they went in there. They pounded the Mariners at the close of the regular season with nothing to play for with their backups. Maybe that's what got Kiki Hernandez hot again and was playing in that Seattle. He played in every game, I think, in that Seattle series. All the bench guys got some time. All right, that'll do it for the show, guys. Any closing thoughts from anyone?
Make it a winning one.
Yep.
All right, let's make it a winning, guys. Going to win. Goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony 6 Morning Show.